Hello viewers, welcome to Sumita Roy's English Classroom. Many of you struggle to speak correct English because some rules of English are important to get correctness. Today's video deals with the best way to speak correct English. And what do you require to speak correct English? That is the knowledge of transitive and intransitive verbs. Very often, if you use a transitive verb like an intransitive one, or you use an intransitive verb like a transitive one, then your English becomes incorrect. So here is a very simple way of learning them, remembering them. But please also remember that you have to work very hard and you have to prepare a longer list than what I'm giving you. Because most of you want short videos. I can't give you a 2-hour or 3-hour video because then you wouldn't be interested. If you really want to improve, then you take this as a pattern and go beyond it. First, I have given you 2 passages. You can use the passages for shadowing. You can use the passages for understanding what is grammar and, of course, vocabulary, how to construct sentences. And additionally, you can learn how to use transitive verbs. First passage, only transitive verbs. Second passage, only intransitive verbs. And then I have given you 10 examples of transitive verbs and 10 of intransitive verbs. How they are used in a sentence, I have explained clearly, and what you should not do, where the mistake is possible, that also I have explained. So let us move on to the 2 passages which tell us about transitive and intransitive verbs. See the passage carefully. You can use it for shadowing practice because these are simple sentences. Those of you who have asked for writing skills, here is a passage on how to write effectively. So, a few sentences which tell you about effective writing. Many other videos are there on writing. You can watch those too. The point which we have here is that we are learning how to use transitive verbs. Transitive verbs are verbs which require an object immediately after it. An object is always a noun or a pronoun. We don't count an article or an adjective because that becomes a part of the noun. So in this passage, we have transitive verbs only. We do not have any other kind of verb. The words are underlined and they are put in green. You can see that these are the verbs. Every sentence requires a minimum of a subject and a verb. But if there is no object, we cannot call it a transitive verb. So in every sentence in this passage, there is a transitive verb because there is an object immediately behind the verb which is underlined. Now let us read the passage first and then let us talk about various things. Effective writing captures the attention of the reader. Writers convey a message to the reader. They persuade the reader to read. Many learners of English acquire the skill of writing
by constant practice. They achieve success by writing what the readers enjoy reading. Writers control the language and use it to suit their readers. Now you see, we have the word captures. Effective writing is the subject and the attention of the reader is the object. So you have here an object where you have an entire phrase. But if you just say attention, that is a noun and that is why it is transitive. If you say effective writing captures, the sentence is incomplete. Therefore, we have to put the object and complete the sentence. Writers convey. Now, convey is a transitive verb. If you say writers convey, meaning is incomplete. So you say writers convey a message. Now, more information you can add to the reader. Now, reader is also an object, but it has a preposition to attach it. So we call it a prepositional object. Reader here is also object, but we call it prepositional object because preposition of is there. Then you have the next sentence. They persuade the reader to read. Now, they is the subject, persuade is the verb. It is transitive because persuade what? Incomplete sentence. Persuade means to tell somebody to do something by giving them good reasons. So the writers, they tell the readers why they should read. They persuade the readers to read. So the reader here is the object. Without the object, persuade does not make sense. Many learners of English. Now here is a complex subject with 4 words. Acquire is the transitive verb. Now acquire what? Acquire is to get. Acquire is to learn. The skill of writing by constant practice. Now the skill of writing by constant practice. Practice joined by preposition by. Writing joined by preposition of. So these 2 nouns are joined by prepositions. They are prepositional objects. But acquire has a direct object, the skill. Learners acquire the skill. That is what the sentence is. So learners is subject, acquire is verb, the skill is object. Again, making it into a transitive verb. They achieve. Now, what do they achieve? Sentence is not complete. It needs a noun. They achieve success. Success is a noun. So here we have it used as an object. The meaning of the verb is clear. By writing what the readers enjoy reading. Now here we have conjunction what. Therefore we have 2 different clauses or 2 different sentences joined. The readers enjoy reading. The readers enjoy. If you say enjoy what? Enjoy reading. So reading here, although reading is also a verb, but here it is a non-finite verb. I have given you an entire video on non-finite. Writers control. Again, control is transitive. The language. The language, here language is noun, it is the object. And use it. Use is transitive verb. It is pronoun, object for use. Writers use language. That is what you say. To suit their readers. Again, we are using to suit, which is non-finite. So you see we have few verbs here. All of them are transitive. Let us now move on to the intransitive words. Once more, the words are underlined. These are all intransitive verbs because you cannot put a noun next to them. Behind them, no noun is possible. If you want to add a noun, you have to put a preposition. Only in such a case, by adding a preposition, by adding an adverb, you can complete the sentence. But otherwise, the verb is complete in itself. It doesn't require anything else. Everyone searched. Now everyone searched, you cannot say everyone searched the file. This is where we make mistakes very often. Why should we learn transitive and intransitive? Because we often make mistakes in this. Everyone searched, no possibility of noun but preposition. So we want to add file, you say for file. So let us read the passage first. Everyone searched for the file. It went to the wrong department. Someone asked for the file yesterday. The person in charge of the file came late. He spoke to everyone to find the file. The angry officer rushed into the room. He shouted at the person in charge. Finally, the file arrived at the boss's table. Now, simple, passage. I'm sure it is very clear to you. Shout means to get angry. The rest of the verbs are all very simple. Now, as I told you, everyone searched preposition, then only you can put the noun is there behind, but it is not there immediately. Everyone searched the file, if you say, that is not correct. We have to say everyone searched for the file. It went, we cannot say it went the wrong department. We have to say it went to the wrong department. To preposition is used here. Without it, the sentence is not correct. Someone asked the file yesterday, if you say, that is not correct because asked is intransitive. It cannot take a noun behind it. So we say someone asked for. For is the preposition. For the file yesterday. The person in charge of the file, again you have a long complex subject, came late. Late is adverb. So came is enough, came late. No noun is here in the sentence at all. Came is intransitive. He spoke, that is intransitive. We cannot say he spoke everyone. We have to say he spoke to everyone. Most of the mistakes are made in this, that they don't put the preposition where the preposition is required. That is why we learn transitive and intransitive verbs. To find the file. To find is verb, but it is non-finite. The angry officer. Now you have 3 words for the subject. Rushed. Again, we cannot put rushed the room. We cannot say. So we have to put preposition into. Rushed into the room. Then he shouted. We cannot say he shouted the person in charge. We have to say he shouted at the person in charge. Therefore, at preposition is added. Preposition is like glue. It's like gum. It sticks. Finally, the file arrived. Again, intransitive verb. You cannot say file arrived at the boss's table. You have to put a preposition, and that preposition is at. So in this way, intransitive verbs do not have noun following it. If you want to add a noun, you need a preposition in order to put it behind the preposition. I have given you 10 examples of transitive verbs, 5 here and 5 in the next slide. 10 examples of intransitive verbs. If you make some list of all the verbs you know, find out whether they are transitive or intransitive, either by using them in sentences or checking in your dictionary, you will benefit. So first, 10 transitive verbs. Accept. The committee accepted the report. The report is object, committee is subject, verb is transitive. Add, next one. I added some more sugar to my tea. I is subject, added is transitive verb, some more sugar is object. Now one more object is there, but that is with preposition. To my tea. So to preposition is used here for tea. So we say to my tea, not the direct object. You can say I added some more sugar and complete the sentence. So subject, verb, object. Next one is arrange. The operator subject arranged, that is the verb, transitive verb, not complete in meaning till you add object. You say the equipment. Equipment is some machinery or some laptop or some telephones, some speakers, anything, equipment. So operator subject, equipment object, transitive verb. Next is carry. Children carry huge bags to school these days. Now children subject, carry verb, huge bags object. If you want to say school, which is another object, you need preposition. So children carry huge bags is complete in itself because transitive verb needs an object immediately after it. Drink. In summer, everyone drinks more water. So everyone is subject, drinks is transitive verb, more water. Water is the object. More is a part of water because it is a description. It is an adjective of quantity. Here are examples of 5 more transitive verbs. Eat. Cows eat grass. Cow subject, eat transitive verb, grass object. Without it, cows eat, incomplete sentence. Hate. Many people hated this movie. Many people subject, hated, transitive verb, not complete if without object, this movie. So if you remove this movie, sentence many people hated, hated what? That question remains. So transitive. Open. The watchman opens the gate. Now watchman, subject, gate, object, opens, transitive verb. Remove. The doctor removed the bandages after 2 days. After 2 days is not necessary. The direct object here is removed. So the direct object here is bandages and removed is a transitive verb because the doctor removed what? Question remains. Sentence is incomplete. Then you have the next one, stop. The driver stopped the car. That is enough. Driver subject, stopped, transitive verb, car object. When he saw people crossing the road is in addition. You know, you've made an addition and that is you have added another clause to the sentence. Let us do 5 intransitive verbs followed by another 5 in the next slide. Listen. They listen to music. Now, if you say they listen music, that is not correct, which is a very, very common mistake. You know, they listen songs, they listen their parents. All that is not possible because listen is intransitive, requires a preposition to add any noun to it. Every evening, of course, is not necessary because that is adverbial. We don't require. She sleeps. Now, cannot take, she sleeps 8 hours, we cannot say. She sleeps for 8 hours. That the word for is added preposition to put the object. Prepositional object is possible. A frog jumped into the well. Now the frog jumped the well, we cannot say. It requires preposition. So into the well. These are all intransitive verbs. The dog plays with the ball. You cannot say the dog plays the ball. You have to say the dog plays with the ball. Similarly, plants grow best in sunlight. Now, best of course is only an adjective. We are not considering that. Plants, sunlight, subject, object. Plants grow sunlight, we cannot say. So we say plants grow in sunlight. In is the preposition. 5 more intransitive verbs. Return. The soldiers returned. Fine. No possibility of a noun here. But if you want to add some noun, then you need a preposition. Months, many months. So you say The soldiers returned after many months. Here after is a preposition. After can do also the work of the conjunction. Both preposition and conjunction videos are available on the channel. The thief escaped into the night. The thief escaped the night, we cannot say. We say thief escaped into the night. Or we can say the thief escaped with the money. So money is there now. So we have to say preposition with. Shake, next one. The little boy shook with fear. We cannot say the little boy shook fear. Noun cannot be added to an intransitive verb. It requires preposition with. Then you have laugh. Everyone laughed. You cannot say everyone laughed tricks or circus clowns tricks. We have to put a preposition. So you say everyone laughed at the circus clown's tricks. And finally, we have the word walk. I walk for an hour every morning. I walk an hour every morning. For is what we require. Unless we put for, it is not there. Some of these sentences have idiomatic constructions. Like you say, I walk my dog. So that means I take my dog for a walk. That is what is the sentence actually grammatically. But if you say I walk my dog, that is certainly a correct sentence because that is what colloquial English is all about, a colloquial language.
I hope after watching this video and noting down all the examples which I have given you, you will be able to speak correct English using the verbs in their proper format. The best way to learn grammar is through contexts. So the two passages I gave you are what should help you. Whenever you come across a verb, either in your reading of a book or in your reading of the newspaper, check whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. See how it is being used. And in this way, try to improve yourself. You will find that soon you are able to use the verbs correctly and your English fluency has become excellent. Not only fluent speaking, but fluent writing also. Ease of writing, very nice writing. That is why I gave you a passage on effective writing. Thank you and all the best.